So apparently, once upon a time, there was a trash ass anime called One Piece or One Piece, right? And it was mid. I mean, honestly, the main character in the show, Luffy, gets all of his wins based on the power of friendship. He has a form which can do anything except for swim, and people are like, it's so deep. It's a reference to Looney Tunes. The difference with Looney Tunes, One Punch Man, is that when the character can't be killed, it's a joke. The main reason I don't like One Piece is because it's about pirates. That does not mean it's a bad show. But just because you are referencing shit that used to be popular back in the day does not mean it's the best show ever. Because in that case, that means Family Guy would be the best show ever. References are funny is when you're like making fun of someone. Like when you have a roast session and you compare someone you know that you don't like, and you're currently roasting to something stupid that happened on TV decades ago or in a different era before you were born. Like Boondocks. Boondocks makes fun of real people that the creators had beef, celebrities. That's funny. And Family Guy used to do that in season 11, season 12, like back in the 2010s, but like these guys have been stale for a while. Don't get me wrong either. I'm just as boring as One Piece myself. But I'm not gonna tell people I'm funny and get them to pay me to be funny. I'm a very socially awkward person. I've only had two friends, and some of those friends are a couple of my family members. A good example of an OP character would be Optimus Prime because, yeah, he's OP, he wins all his fights, but he is a good example of an OP character is most versions of Optimus Prime. Of course, I'm going to be excluding Optimus Prime from the Beast era and stuff because those characters were related to Optimus Prime, specifically Optimus Primal, Lio Convoy, and Big Convoy, and even the Convoy Council. But that's besides the point. I'm mainly talking about the Bayverse, right? The thing with Optimus being OP and winning all his fights is that he is a leader of a faction who is a part of a race of alien robots. And, he witnesses multiple of his friends die who are characters that we get to know. So there's at least casualties around him. So he's messed up mentally. There's a difference if a character is OP physically, they have to be messed up mentally, so we feel bad for them. And don't get me wrong, as a Naruto and a Bleach fan and fans of other anime, even non-shonen like Trigun, yeah, I'm a bit salty because if they pulled off this OP shit like this, we would suddenly be criticized. Oh, and if I'm being honest, the real reason people like One Piece is because it's 1,500 chapters and over 1,000 episodes, and during COVID, people were bored. And don't get me wrong, majority of shows are mid, because at the end of the day, something can be subjective. Of course, most anime fans don't like One Piece's art style, at least in America, because, the Japanese believe Americans are edgelords. We love toting guns. That's obviously true. We like toting guns and listening to rap music, right? And for my white fans, you probably like listening to rock and roll or whatever. Well, whatever you guys do, no offense. But, maybe that's why One Piece didn't blow up until COVID came. And maybe why One Piece's dub is barely caught up. And Naruto obviously is peak at certain moments, but not all the time. Also, it's very similar to Dragon Ball. It came out right after Dragon Ball ended in America and Japan. So a lot of the Dragon Ball fans jumped onto that. And of course, Boruto's manga is better than Boruto's anime, right? And the manga came out. So a lot of the Boruto fans jumped to One Piece during COVID. It came out, well, it was out at the right time and at the right place, right? But Flame of Recca came out near the same time as Yu Yu Hakusho, and it happened to have a similar art style. Togashi knocked off a lot of panels from Flame of Recca, but yet people think this is just some anime that's trash. And sadly, we have to remember a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho fans are complaining about the ending being mid to good or whatever. And we have to remember a lot of these guys are 40-year-olds and stuff. And that was the first time they've ever seen anime. And to them, they think it has a mid to good ending. To them, that's bad, right? JJK is not my favorite anime. Don't get me wrong. I like it. But that's how a lot of the babies who watch JJK feel right now because it just came out. That's the main reason why people didn't watch Flame of Recca, combined with Japan purposely giving it a bad dub and setting up the show for failure because they figure, oh, Yu Yu Hakusho, let's release that in America to get some extra money, and be dirty like that to American fans. But we've done some dirty stuff to fans in other countries by not releasing stuff in America and other countries, despite the fact we can get paid way more. And yeah, of course, this is a troll video, but these examples I just used, these couple to few examples I specifically used, is to explain that One Piece came out at the right time, at the right place, and if it didn't, it wouldn't be so overrated.